It could be any American town, but it's not. Because in Woburn, Massachusetts, some people say local industries have caused the deaths of children.
All right, the first item on the agenda is the Secretary's report, the minutes of the previous...
A meeting of the local environmental group, formed like so many across the country in response to concerns about toxic waste. This is FACE, for a cleaner environment. It could be a typical group, some parents, some young people, some retired, like Al Balistieri, whose knowledge of local industry comes in handy. Bruce Young, the Episcopal minister here, Ann Anderson, housewife, one of the founders.
Okay, we have some guests tonight, so I'm not sure if everybody knows everybody else. There's a gentleman on the left over here. His name is?
My name is Bradley.
But tonight is unusual.
This is a friend of yours?
Lisa Smith.
You from Woburn or?
No, I'm from Dorchester.
Dorchester, and you're here for?
I work for the law firm of Foley, Hoag, and Elliott.
Foley, Hoag, and Elliott?
Correct.
And what are they?
They're a law firm in downtown Boston.
And why would you be here?
Because we're interested in what happens at the meeting.
Why would that be of interest to Foley, Hogan? And who's the last guy?
Elliott.
Elliott. Why would that be of interest to them?
Because we represent W.R. Grace.
Oh, W.R. Grace.
In fact, FACE is not typical. Some of its members, including Ann Anderson, have accused major corporations like W.R. Grace of causing the leukemia which struck their families. In the fall of 1985, with a trial just 4 months away, legal jostling was much in evidence. But the origin of the case goes back many years to the quiet East Woburn neighborhood where Ann Anderson lived with her family. In 1972, Jimmy Anderson, then aged 3, was diagnosed as having leukemia. Ann Anderson and her husband came face to face with probably the worst news that parents can hear.
And somehow, always in your mind, you're prepared for the fact that one of us can go before the other, but you're never prepared for that with a child. A child is your legacy that's supposed to outlive you. And so when you live for years and years with a child that you're always consciously aware of could die anytime, life is never the same.
As those years went by, Ann Anderson found her son was not alone.
What I began to notice in the neighborhood were, besides right here where we were with Jimmy, was across the way in that street going down that way were 2 children diagnosed with leukemia, a young adult diagnosed with leukemia, and then across the pond and back was another child diagnosed, and down the street away across from the main street was another child diagnosed. And then a few streets over, another child was diagnosed. The very next street, another child was diagnosed. This was not a normal neighborhood.